Right now I have around 142 subscribers on my channel, so I want to thank all of you guys who liked my content and subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much, means a lot to me. Now moving on, today we are going to make a delicious and healthy, super easy breakfast recipe. It is a vegan savory pancake, and in India it is known as Besan Chilla. Since it is made out of besan, that is chickpea flour or split gram flour, it has a good percentage of protein in it. Let's get into it. So the first thing that we need, besan. So I'll take around half a cup of besan because it's just for me. Here we go, half a cup of besan. Now take a bowl in which you can mix things up, because what we'll first do is make a batter out of this besan. So the second thing that we'll do is put some water into the besan. Now there is no specific standard amount of water that goes into besan. You know why? Because depending on the brand of besan, depending on the moisture that you have around you, depending on how fine your flour is, it'll take different amounts of water. So whatever I'm going to put is going to be just a guideline, not the standard measurement of water that goes into it. You have to take care of the consistency, which I'll show you in a moment. If you happen to put a little more water than required, don't worry, just make things thicker with a little more besan. Cool. I'll put in around half a cup of water. Now, we don't want any lumps in it, so as soon as you put water in, take a fork and then start doing this. Mix it nicely. If you scrape it from the bottom, there are some lumps here. You just want to keep on doing this, keep on whipping the mixture until all of those lumps are dissolved. Using a fork will help break those lumps. If you use a spoon, it's going to take a lot of time, so trust me, a fork is better. Besan beatbox. Okay, so as you can see here, the mixture is nice and smooth, and this is the kind of texture that I'm looking for. Not very thick, not too thin either, because besan is a bit hard to cook if it is too thick. So this may look like a bit too thin to pour on, and you know, it might not take its shape, but it is absolutely necessary that you eat cooked besan, because raw besan is no. Let me just concentrate. I want to bring out some spice in the video. Okay, first of all, carom seeds or Ajwain. Now these are tiny spicy little seeds, and what they do is they also help your digestion. Yes, so just a pinch of Ajwain, not much, just a tiny pinch. As you can see here, we don't want to make it into an Ajwain Chilla. It is still a Besan Chilla, so just a little bit of Ajwain in there for the flavor. So after Ajwain, of course, we need salt. Where's my teaspoon? Now besan needs a little help with salt, so I lost my teaspoon, so I'm using 1/4 of a teaspoon. So we will put 1, 2, 3. Now we'll taste after we are done with the spices and see if the salt is fine or not. Then some black pepper, tiny bit of it, not too much, because you know this has a very dense heat to it, a bitterness as well, and besan is also very dense, so just a little bit for the flavor, but not too much. A tiny pinch would do. Then we will put some Jeera powder. It's not too dense, yes, so it goes really well against the denseness of the lentil, that is besan. Yes, so I'm going to put around half a teaspoon of that in. Then we have Garam Masala. Indian recipe, Garam Masala. It's incomplete without it, but if you don't have it, don't worry, put whatever you have. By the way, I'm putting around half a teaspoon of Garam Masala as well. So the beauty of this recipe is that you can spice and season it with anything you want. You can use oregano if you want a little more Italian pizza-ish flavor. You can tweak it according to your mood. Then red chili powder, again, gives it a very bright acidity. 1/4 of a teaspoon of red chili in. Then to give a nice and yellow color to our pancake, we will use turmeric. A little more than 1/4 of a teaspoon turmeric in. Now this chilla looks really bland if you don't put turmeric in, so the turmeric gives a really nice and yellow color. And before I soil my new shirt with this yellow, let me wash my hands. Okay, thank you guys, bye. Okay, so now let's mix all of these things in. So as you can see, because of the spices, the consistency has gone up just a little bit. Let me try to taste it a bit. Perfect. Now take a tawa. A frying pan would also do. Anything that is flat. Gas on, tawa on. Let it get hot until the time we need some oil. You might be wondering why I have such a pathetic bottle for this oil. I buy packets of oil, they're just cheaper. So I just refill them into this poor old bottle I have. So this is refined sunflower oil, again a good source of vitamin E. What I have here is some ingredients that I prepped before the start of this video. Some finely diced onions and some finely diced tomatoes. They give a really nice flavor to the pancake, a brilliant freshness as well, and negligible calories. Let's take some oil, not much, just to glaze the surface. Yes, just less than half a teaspoon would do. Spread it around because we don't want things to stick onto the tawa. In case you want to avoid the calories that are there in oil, you can buy a cooking spray, and that will spread easily on top of your tawa, on top of your frying pan, and will make things easier for you. So I've spread the oil on the tawa. It is nice and hot. Let it be on full flame. Carefully, not too slow, not too fast. Just pour it here. Just spread it a little bit. Awesome. And now as soon as you pour this in, take a little bit of onion, sprinkle it on top. Just do it when the top surface is wet. If you let it dry, then these will not stick to your pancake. Now you might be wondering, why am I putting these on top? Why haven't I put them in the batter itself? Well, you are totally welcome to do that, but what that does is, when you pour it in, it'll be a little chunky, so it won't form a nice shape. Yes, so in a couple of minutes the bottom side will be cooked. So you just take a fork and start prying out the bottom. Don't scrape it too much. Take a non-stick pan. Let's see. Yes, nice and easy. And now let's try the master trick. Woo! Let me take a spoon and I'll just press this a little bit from all sides. So you want to make sure that the besan is cooked through and through. You also want to make sure that it's not burnt on any side. If you can see right here, it is not properly cooked. So again, flipping over. Yes, let it be on this side at high heat. All right, as you can see here, nice and brown and in some places and nice and yellow in the others. And that yellow is because of the turmeric that we put in and then onto the plate. Cool. So as you can see, nice and fresh Besan Chilla. Now when it is piping hot, it won't be that crisp. Let it rest for another 15 to 20 seconds and then it'll start becoming crunchy and crisp. Okay, the non-stick coating on my pan is done. I'll take this frying pan. Now the advantage of a frying pan is that even if your mixture is too thin, pour it all in, it'll take the shape of the frying pan because of the sides. 2.5 chillas ready. The macro information, the calorie information is on your screen right now. Now, this chilla is best paired with tomato ketchup. Trust me, it tastes divine. You will get addicted to the taste. Tastes amazing with ketchup. Or if you want to go low calorie or zero calorie, you can use pudina chutney. Recipe coming soon. If I've already made the video, the link is right here. Don't forget to subscribe for awesome content every week. Leave your comments down below and tell me if you liked this video or not. Thank you so much. Like the video, share the video. See you soon.